All right, I'm back home from work. I've taken over the garage, and my wife said, fix that. All of this work that I did here, we're about to find out. Pages and pages and pages of stuff. There's my numbers. If it's 9-0, it's 686. If it's 7-0, it's 550. If it's 5-0, it's 440. Don't tell me it's all the way in the back. All right, guys, I'm Joshua. This is Jessica, and we're Retro Ventures. Let's just give a quick context recap here. Our kitchen flooded, and the wife contacted a
licensed contractor.
I had never met this guy. His name was Patrick. He showed up, and quickly, within 2 weeks, we became little big buddies. And after he discovered how much I could assist him in the renovation of the kitchen, since he was doing it all by himself, I became, well, very popular with him. And so he saw my room, and we talked about his brother's comic book and toy collection, and he mentioned Vampirella, Xena, and I said, ooh, my ears
perked up.
And I said, are you selling it? He said he tried. A couple weeks later, he came to the house, as he normally did, to continue the construction, and he brought me a list, there was 20 pages of comic books, and he just said, give me a price, sight unseen. And if you know anything about Patrick, if Patrick tells you to do something, no matter how crazy it sounds, you better fucking do it. So I gave him a price, and weeks and weeks and weeks went by, and then one day she gets a call because she's helping them find a rental home, and they said, bring Josh.
I gotta put my shit back. Let's take the shit.
Okay, I'm actually impressed.
They're in boxes.
How many more boxes are we talking about? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Some of these are
7,
big.
8.
Some of these are the big. 4 of these are the long
boxes. I already know what's supposed to be in here.
Okay.
All right, that is very promising. All right, very promising. Some are loose. Supergirl, okay. Supergirl Plus, Supergirl, Daredevil. These don't look like some of the titles that we looked at.
Everything that's on the list are in these boxes.
Okay.
It took time to
John Carter. Ooh, look at this book. Oh, that's nice. 204. There's a 304, and then there's a 404. All right. All right, you're getting high marks so far. Foil cover Evangeline. What I want to take a look at are the ones I'm keeping, which are the Xena. Oh, here we go. Wild Swimsuit Special 2. Make sure I don't damage anything while I'm looking. There's my Ariella right here, Warrior Nun. Very good condition. I would give you the 7.0, which is going to be basically 550.
On what?
On the collection that we discussed.
I haven't even looked at the rest of the boxes.
Well, I can tell you these are going to be in the 7.0 range.
Very nice condition is a 7.
8 is very fine. Right? You just see how there's wear there, and it's just, see how that right there.
Okay, but
Stuff like that, and see how the tears right there.
Right.
That knocks it down.
Okay.
Just that those little things.
Yeah, I know.
I like. This is an issue. What's this one? I hope this isn't. Okay. Penthouse Comics. Am I gonna be able to see? Am I gonna be able to show this? No. But I like it. I'll edit that out. Okay, what else do we have over here? X-Men's Anniversary Edition. That's a Witchblade Tomb Raider. Okay, I do remember this one. So yeah, this is one I would be keeping.
And look, it's got signature with its authenticity.
So this came out of the Girls of the Femme Force limited edition portfolio in black and white color. I don't want these to blow away.
So these aren't something you can just go and buy at the store.
Yeah, but man, what happened? Somebody gnawed on these.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Man.
rat gnawed on them. The cool thing about these is you could probably trim
And frame it.
or frame it and that would be trim. I don't know. I don't know about these, but I can tell you right now, fucking rat got to them.
Yeah, but they're still worth something.
Sure. What do we have here? Ghost in the Shell. Okay. There's the 6. There's the 7. And then there's the 8. Perfect. Okay. There's Ghost. That's a 2. That's a 3.
Where does it say 3? Is it like number 3?
There's the 1. Okay. So nice.
So is that like number 3?
So you see there, Ghost 2.
Oh, okay. So that's the number in the series.
Ghost 1. All right, good. Everything looks to be in good shape. I don't see anything gnawed on. There's Gen 13. There's a 1. 2 1s. Okay. Yes. So I see Wildcats here. American Woman. More Wildcats. Okay. DD8.
They have these people.
I mean, same for me, but I'm about to learn a lot. Wildcats was a Jim Lee title. So Jim Lee, this was his. Wildcats has that prominence about it because it came from a guy who moved up in the ranks. He's got some variant covers, so that's good. And then these are just probably going to be the ones that I said weren't worth very much.
No, they're good. It's like whoever draws this shit.
That, I mean, sure, but like that wasn't the best version of a hot chick I've seen, so that's probably why it's not worth. All right, looks good. Trying to get your Catwoman in. Nice. It's right here. Oh, here's my Xena.
We're not getting rid of them. Pat's keeping Xena.
Pat's keeping Xena.
Yeah.
Straight face, hey. Straight face.
Pat's keeping Xena.
There it is. There's my jump-starting my Xena collection right there. There we go. Sensational She-Hulk #1.
In immaculate, brand new condition.
Here, can you hold that spot right there with your finger? Yeah, quite a, there's some spine ticks, color breaks.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that,
I would talk. Talk them down too.
Other than that, it's in really good condition.
I would talk them down.
And then there's 2, and there's the run of Sensational She-Hulk. Okay, very nice. Yeah, so he kept them all in bags. All right, cool. All right, there's some big books in here. Bigger books, I should say, not huge, but for sure some bigger books. There's your Lady Death here. Okay, so everything seems to be...
What I told you it was.
Yes. Much better condition than what I saw the toys in. Let's see what we got in here. Okay.
Are you videoing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ha! Have this. Oh, and I don't have this. Nice. Shotgun Mary. Nice. Yeah, very nice. Oh, there's Fathom. Nice. Glyph.
Right, taking them out so they fit back in.
There's no guarantees. No guarantees. I have to get to the bottom. Dawn. Another Helena. Okay. That's a good one. It's got 2. Now, I'm not saying it's the plague or anything. I mean, I can get rid of it. I can take it to a flea market, and I guarantee you guys are going to dig it. So I would do this. I would put them like $3 a piece, and then I would say 4 for $10. But this is the stuff I want. Now, what's nice is you have some Deep Space Nine. You have some of like the deeper cuts of Star Trek, which is good. Cinder, okay.
Never heard of it.
Just another comic book in the 90s. But then you have Witchblade, and you have a signed Witchblade. Mischievous Goddess Aphrodite.
From?
Xena the Warrior Princess. So it was all Greek mythology.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Here you go.
That one wasn't signed, but I'm sure he was trying to get that one signed. Witchblade. He's got some that are boarded. There's a 2, so does that mean that's a 1? Yeah, so there's a 1. He's got these all in order, dude. This is awesome. So there's all the Star Trek, Chastity. There's a Chastity 1. And did he get variant covers? Looks like he got variant covers. Yeah, he got variant covers, so that's cool. I see Batman. Poison Ivy. Nice. Poison Ivy. That's the other thing I'm looking for. Catwoman. Lady Rawhide.
See, I don't remember what kind of... There's not very many of those kinds.
11 on 1. Bet you these ladies were like an Angry Christ comic. Interesting. So basically, if it had boobs on the front, he bought it.
Yeah, pretty much. So,
I love it. I love it.
apparently he did too.
Here we go. Here's Spider. Here's Angela. I have Angela 1, 2, and 3. All right, so you get a couple of the ones. Here's Spider Women. These are not bagged and boarded. First spectacular issue. What year? This is the 90s. Because it has the .com. Here we go. Here's what I'm looking for right here. Spider Woman number 1. Here's the other one I'm looking for. So these are the ones I'm going to obviously be getting rid of and selling. So that's why condition matters to me. If it's in my collection, condition, matters to a certain point. But if I'm trying to sell something to somebody, then I want the best condition. And there's some spine ticks there. And this is in really nice shape. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. These were the oldest ones that you had in your collection. So we fixed that corner. These 35 cents, that's basically the same price as Star Wars. I want to say 77, 78. Let's take a look at 2. So 5 and 7. I knew that he was missing some. But spine ticks. But still good. Still good color. Very good color on this.
Look at the way they drew them back then compared to...
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they still had big boobs. They still had, tight...
They were wearing jumpsuits.
They were covered up, yeah. And then they were actually doing stuff. They were actually fighting.
Right. Instead of standing there with a sword looking for
Yeah. Stan Lee. Yep, 1979. Stan Lee proudly presents The She-Hulk Survives. Look at the prices he got these for, man. $2. He bought these back in the 80s. For sure. But yeah, there's some definite wear on that, on the corner. All right, there's the back of... There's the front. It's got this big old crease right down here. You got some breaks there, breaks there. It's starting to come apart, but still really good shape. Good interior. Nice. Okay. Oh, here we go. Here's the Catwoman that I was looking for. It's not a big series, but it was one of the 3 that I wanted to look at. There's a Catwoman 0. That's bagged and boarded. That's in really good condition. But this is going to be like early 90s. Yeah, 93. Oh, look at that. Feel that. That's an embossed Catwoman number 1. That's a variant cover, so that's awesome. Or no, it's not. It's just 2. He got 2 of them. Nice. And he's got 2 2s. Awesome.
Damn.
Yeah, so 93. Those are 93 tits. She's still doing something though, right? You see what I see right there? Oh, here we go, baby. Look at that. Looks like she's bending over for a spanking.
So you think you get beat by Catwoman?
Yep, that'll be going in my collection.
I don't know. We're gonna have to hold the collection separate.
There we go. Vengeance of Vampirella. Oh my god. Oh my god. Is this Vampirella? Oh, it's Vampirella, Silverhawk, Shadowhawk.
Look at that.
Oh
shiny
my god.
foil.
Look at that foil.
1A.
Alright, last box. What do we got? Nira, Cyber Angel, She-Cat, Harris, AC Comics, Cinnamon Saga. Oh, Seduction cover. Mature readers, okay. So, obviously just a knock on Vampirella. Like, these are Vampirella knockoffs. So this is awesome.
Yeah, but they're different photos. I mean, they're different kind of artwork.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Less comic book style. More like the pinup.
Yeah. And then Danger Girl. I used to play this video game called Danger Girl.
Oh, yeah?
Hey. Femforce, bring on the bad girls. These don't want to stay up. What is this? We got lingerie editions. There's Helena. That's probably like the... So we got Double Impact Nude Edition. Just a little bit of everything in here. Femforce. Just one-offs. Monkey Man O'Brien. Yeah, my phone is starting to like overheat just from the comic books, I think. All right, there it is. We got it all in one shot. There's the toys. We're gonna sell these and just split them. I have no idea what the prices are on that stuff. All right, let's get this stuff home. The one thing I want to say about the list, it was comprised of two women. The way I understand it, a mother and daughter who he commissioned to create an inventory list of the comic book collection for work that he did for them. Now, these women were very good at Excel word sheets and spreadsheets and such, but they weren't very knowledgeable as with comic books. And on that same note, I'll also let you know what we're working with here. Little background is, first off, I will say an inexperienced comic book guy, okay? I'm inexperienced. That led to number two, skepticism about how $750 might be recouped. $200 for the toys, $550 for the comic books. The hidden costs of buying, I think, up to 300 bags and boards, because a lot of these had to be preserved in a lot of bags and boards. You know, I thrifted as much as I could by swapping out.
Yeah. Would you get short boxes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I swapped out low value for high values. I thrifted as many bags and boards as I could, optimizing, you know, the cost. But guys, stick around for the end because we will give you my Excel worksheet.
Wow, that's
update.
so professional looking.
It's going to be a pretty good update.
All right, good morning. This is the very next day of the comic book collection. So the first thing is just clearing out all the garbage that doesn't belong. I'm looking at these advanced order catalogs. Some of them, based on cover, are worth it. Like if I had the Xena, one of these, it goes for about $10. These are how, you know, you would buy these toys back in the late 90s, early 2000s through a catalog. And I'm sure some of these statues that you see here are probably worth good money. And then this is just all posters. And got myself a Vampirella poster. I cleaned up this PC game, and to my surprise, it's complete in box. And this actually goes for $50 sold from 1990. Check out those graphics from 1990. You thought you were the boss back then with those kind of graphics.
Yep. That kind of makes me pretty happy right there, not gonna lie. If I could just get Gabrielle and then Xena. For my sanity, you know, for example, I am going back through and making sure, you know, how reliable this was compared to what I got, because I wasn't able to go through everything. So far, so good. Like, for example, Catwoman Plus Scream Queen would only show up on here as Catwoman Plus, but I had it at $4 to $13, and that checks out. And then the rest of these Catwomans, like, for example, this Catwoman right here, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 right here. Checks out. Catwoman 1, 2, and these seem to have been bagged from when he bought them and never taken out. That's weird. That's a weird cover. But this is like a $10 to $15 to $20 set depending on condition. You can see that he paid $10, $15, $22 for this back when, but it hasn't held up. So how I'm going to attack these comic books is I'm going to take out all the ones that I plan on keeping. This is where all the Vampirella is, and I need to get these bagged and boarded. So far, so good on all of the quality of comic books that are coming out of here. So another issue is I'm running into, like, some of these are actually
limited ash cans, like little previews. Not a lot, which weren't reflected. I've only noticed this so far just in this, but I've only looked in this box. So you get the Prelude, the 1, and then you come to this variant cover, and you can kind of see the decal peel on this. Like, it was up against something. But on the flip side, what's nice about his collection is, yeah, you would come across something with that kind of condition, and then he would then collect the lingerie, the swimsuit editions. This one goes for like $5 to $20 depending on condition. This one is just like, needs to get bagged and boarded. So take what you see there and just multiply it by every new IP in this, and that's what he did. He collected all of the lingerie editions, he collected all of the swimsuit editions, he collected all of the crossovers. Here's another IP that I'll be collecting. I just found the 90s Tomb Raider. These are in really good condition as well. I think I have this one already, to be honest. I know I have one of these. Like, these are all number ones. December. So he bought... That's the other reason I like this collection. This guy had a taste for variant covers. So you have all 4 variants. I don't know if it's all 4 variant covers, but he went in and bought the variant covers. So all the Vampirella in here is definitely Harris Comics, no Warren Publishing. You know, that's the other thing I have to do is he would have something bagged and boarded up to a certain point, then bagged, and then, as you can see, not bagged. So I have 200 bags coming in. Monthly series preview edition by Harris Comics. This might be out of order. Panther. What does it say? Vampirella monthly original 97, reprint 99. So this has something to do. Oh, look at that. Foil. See, that's the other thing. They don't show you foil on the list here, but that is sick. Number 1. And a variant, as this is an evil, ascending evil 1 of 3, ascending evil 1 of 3. And looks like it could be another variant cover. And here's the 2 of 3. So these look to be variant covers right here, guys. That is awesome. I love variant covers. I don't know why. It's just that collector in you that just gets tickled when, you know, you can get as many variant covers as possible. Although it's the same book inside. But this is a Vampirella. It just has a Panther cover. I mean, it's worth something to me because it's going in my collection. And just super sick. I don't know Harris too much. Harris is in the back. So yeah, Vampirella monthly with just a Panther cover on it. So just first printing January 1999, and this just ended up being another variant cover. So a lot of the value that I gave his comic book collection was what I was going to keep. So here's like the Tomb Raider. I was giving him basically just $1. 1 to 2 basically because I didn't know condition. Final tally is 1,437 based on here. I haven't done an actual count of the comic books to make sure, you know, that this number jives with these numbers. At 1,437 at $550, I basically paid 38 cents an issue for all of these comic books. You know, this YouTube thing's new to me, so, and buying this kind of collection is new, so you're adding 2 new things. So how I process this, first off, like I said, I'm pulling all of what I want to keep and I'm getting it bagged and boarded. So here's a kind of a cool score right here. This is a foil, red foil. And what I'm seeing is there's obviously a price difference between a red foil and a normal, I guess, gold foil. And somebody is asking for the red foil, $250 for this number 1 in this condition. And so, again, that's something that didn't show up in the paperwork, you know, red foil versus gold foil, that kind of stuff. So this looks interesting. So I just pulled these, but they look the same. This one doesn't have the sticker. The sticker's on the actual magazine.
Miss Raymond? Yes, I'm ready. Shall we go? Come on. It's your time.
So this is another anomaly. A Vengeance of Vampirella number 11, exclusive Vampirella chase card enclosed from number 10. Or, no wait, there was one right here. So number 8 came with a special, like, Topps card. And then 4 issues later, they give you, and it's there. There's the chase card. This is a $15 comic book with the card. So that's awesome. We come to Vengeance of Vampirella 19. I can't wait to read this, but there is another card. Thank you, Pooks, for my Ecto Cooler. So it's rum.
Yeah.
And?
Blue stuff and green stuff and orange stuff.
Oh, awesome. Thank you. Oh, thank you very much. So you have Vampirella Silver Anniversary Collection, but you have number 1 Bad Girl, number 1 Good Girl. Now you have the number 2 Good Girl art, and then you have the number 2 Bad Girl. So he got them all, except the number 3. The number 3, he got the Good Girl, so I need the number 3 Bad Girl. And now for the number 4, you have Bad Girl and Good Girl art. So here is where the reverse happens. So you see the red foil. Now the red foil is basic and it's like a $10 magazine versus the gold foil, which would be, I saw listed at $52. Well, I pulled this out of a bag and as I was putting them away, and there was 2 issues, and it looks like it's a special, just a variant, which is kind of cool, where you open it up and it's like a reverse, centerfold. These look pretty cool. A little 4 series run of a Vampirella classic, kind of going back to the way she looked in the 70s. Some of her changes. It's classic 70s right there. So a nice little 4-part series on classic, and then you get into a 25th anniversary edition right away. Right there, look at that. Frazetta. That's sick. Here's a rare Vampirella. It's chromium, like a foil, Death of Vampirella. It's like it's like a chrome cover. That is really cool. Look at the eyes, they pop out. Those are like chrome as well. That is a really cool book. Look at that. It says The Death of Vampirella Limited Memorial Edition. That is sick. And guys, I'm out of bags and boards. They don't come until tomorrow morning. I like the color scheme of this book. This is supposedly the all-new first full-color issue, which I've seen that on a Harris comic before. November 92. This is, I think, my oldest one. And this is a 2, but I don't know. Yeah, I think this is a small run. I mean, there it is. All new full color. Little 5-part series from 92. So that's 5, the 4, the 3. The 2's pretty cool. You got, Dracula behind her. This looks like a cool series. So this is their first foray into color, because before that they were black and white. And these are just in excellent shape. So I'm going through a box and a Lady Death finally appears. The section for Lady Death appears, and this is the first one. There's the back, front and back. All right, welcome to Lady Death. Here is issue 1. Right here in the foil cover. 1, 2, 3. And then here's like some different runs. You have Death Becomes Her, Wicked Ways. Like they just intersperse like a lot of these storylines. Here is Lady Death Part 2. So Volume 1, Volume 2, I believe. Another chromium cover. And then this one is signed by Brian Pulido. I think this is Lady Death 3. So it goes 1, 2, 3, and then it starts into these here. And then here's that swimsuit I bought. Now, there was a swimsuit in there, in the collection, but now I have a signed one. And then there's a little bit of like, you start getting into the 2000s, early 2000s here, and you have small, 4-piece runs of Lady Death. Another early 2000, the Rapture 404, and then some one-offs. You have the lingerie #1, take away the story and just give them pictures gallery. There's I don't know what this one is. I don't want to open it. It's sealed. It's a #4 of something. I can't see it, but it has a CD inside. Mail away with certificates. Some of these are signed, so there's a signed one. This embossed one was signed by Brian Pulido. So a lot of Brian Pulido. Hats off to that guy for really going around. Like if you read back here, he literally did a con all across America pushing his Chaos magazines. And it worked. All right, good morning. So I pulled out 2 Lady Death Vampirellas. And then I finally hit the Xena the Warrior Princess. Let's turn this over. Of course, these are not as good as you can kind of see. They have the bend. I mean, still decent. It's just a little bit of a misstorage issue. Spine against spine. There's 1, 2, and 2 of 3. Yeah, looks like he got the variant covers as he could. Bonus pinup. I got a bag and board all of these. The original Olympics. Yeah, he got all of the variant covers. Nice. Oh boy, that was cute. So 1 of 3, 1 of 3, 2 of 3. What I liked about these is like I love the artwork, #1. I love the TV show, #2. And I like how they mix in live action covers with the comics. It's just super cool. Quote unquote, L word scene. But again, if you can see it, guys, it's like flaring up. And I think this is going to be a complete run of Xena the Warrior Princess. Like, this is going to complete my collection in one shot. That's cool. Little mummy action with Xena. Oh, yep, there's another big one. Don't ask me why, guys. I don't understand it. Oh, yeah, there's Callisto. I got her autograph. Nice. The conclusion. Uh-oh, here's Hercules, the marriage of Hercules and Xena. No. All right, guys, so I got 200 bags and boards coming. If these are just going to be absolute duplicates, I'm just going to take the best one and I'm going to sell the duplicates, that's for sure. But this is it, guys. This is all of the Xena the Warrior Princess Mars Attacks 1 of 2 tops. I'm going to read these. If I like them, I'll keep them. I have a little, I don't know. It's like way down on the list, but I love Mars Attacks just because of how crazy it was. Nobody cared about it because it was too crazy. Now everyone loves it because it's the 90s in a nutshell. Femforce. Femforce, okay. More Femforce. We got, just got to check these comic book covers, to be honest, guys. It's going to be comic book covers. There's an anime Femforce. This looks like to be a run of Femforce. It's like a Power Girl ripoff. Then we get Stardust with Femforce, even. Yeah. The toughest man on Earth is a woman. Femforce. I don't know. I mean, the covers look At times, very convincing, right? But for whatever reason, something else will be 100 and this will be worth $1. This is the box of mystery. These are all mail-ins. The other side has sensitive information. I'm not going to show you, but you're going to guess what it is, guys. Dawn Presents Drama. Comes with a COA. Oh, there's a signed 10th. Okay. Wildcats. Ace Edition. Let's make sure that these protective coverings haven't caused any damage over time. Oh, we have a signed Witchblade. Oh my god, that was chewed off by a rat. No way. Signed by artist Michael Turner and chewed on by a frickin' rat. Here's a signed Lady Death. Another Lady Death that was fortunately untouched. There's a signature on this. I don't see a signature on this, so maybe it's on the inside. Oh, guys, and check this out. This is felt. This is felt. And I don't see it signed anywhere. So I'd like to know where they signed it. This is interesting. It's a pink comic book with a crease on it. Black and white. And it is going to be some kind of... Whoops! Sailor Moon. So this is an SDCC special that people are trying to sell for $300. And of course, nice little crease on that one. We'll see what we can get for this. But, oh, what is this? Purgatory. It's another one that's in there. I have to see if this is worth anything. No rat chew on this one. And... is that the back? Nope, it's Dawn. I don't know anything about Dawn, but everyone meet Dawn. All right. What's it going to be this time? Fire from Heaven. Yikes. Oh, A Vengeance of Vampirella. Special. And did the rats get it? No. That's awesome. Another one that's in this collection a lot is She, S-H-I. We have the Silver Surfer with Witchblade. Okay. Interesting. Special order, special offer. Oh, and the rats didn't get him. All right, last one, guys. I don't think there's any Xena the Warrior Princess signed comic books. That's Generation X. Ooh, here we go. We got Fathom. This is nice. No, it's Ascension. I'm wrong. Okay. Oh, more Witchblade, guys. You guys love your Witchblade, don't you? Oh, we already have that. That's the second one. And the Savage Dragon. Looks like a Hulk ripoff. Okay. Here we go. Here's Dawn again. They were very lingerie heavy with Dawn, so I'm assuming there's probably a very strong underbelly of fans. Artwork's not bad. I don't know about the story, but Witchblade, Dawn are on my radar. Be nice to see what these come out. There's another stack of Dawn here. She's got the look, guys. It's just a 3 of 4. Heavy stock. You never know, guys. You never know. Another She. So this looks like a good run of She. Well, Daredevil got mixed in with She here, so that's promising. And more Tomo. There you go. She and Cyblade. Not to be confused with Witchblade. Although I bet you they're sisters. I want to say thank you to my big buddy Patrick, who this was his deceased brother's collection, and it was his duty to protect it. Being honored to be the next caretaker of his comic book collection and seeing that it gets into the right hands is a privilege, and I thank you most of all for that. And I am going to wholeheartedly enjoy every one of these comic books that I'm going to keep for myself, and know that I'm going to treasure these comic books
for the length of my existence here on Earth. And I'm going to continue to grow, because now that I have these Vampirella, what else is out there? So here's an overview of the next one I'm pulling up, Dark Child. Pretty cool. This is a teenage girl who can basically shapeshift into any one of her creatures from her own nightmares. But it goes from a volume 1, and that is a variant cover, as you can see, the foil. And there is a bubble caption added, curses foiled again. And then there is the regular cover, see? No bubble, no foil. So those little Easter eggs are nice. Now, couldn't tell you what the storyline is, but here is number 11. This is 97. So it goes from 95 to 97. 11 issues in 2 years, which is not standard. Looking up sold comps on eBay for this kind of collection, there's only a few that say, you know, like 4 of these for this 25 bucks, 4 of these for like 30. So I'm actually going to be the only one on eBay selling a lot of 1 through 11 with an extra variant cover. Somebody's selling the number 1 for 38 bucks or has it listed. And these are all like upper, mid to high grade. So I'm going to list these as high grade. He didn't read them. So this is going to be like the very first Booby lot that I list. So after that cinnamon lot that I just posted, I was like, hey, let's go back to the list and see what it actually listed it as and what the value I gave it, right? So the only cinnamon that I found was right here. So you see it's still attached. I come down here and I'm looking. And there's cinnamon, a 1 and a 7, you know. And it says issue date 05. So are those still in there? Because those might still be in there, because I haven't picked out any 05s. And that's the only cinnamon that was listed in all of the paperwork. All right, welcome back to the comic book collection. I was just about to list these. And I have, this is like a one-off, just Warrior Nun versus Evangeline. So I'm like, who's Evangeline? And I'm like, I love the artwork. It's just really good. The inside artwork is just as good. And I find out that she is an angel who has been banished to Earth, lost all of her powers, and now she fights demons here on Earth. And there's actually a Kickstarter currently in the process with 86,000 backers to bring back in one full omnibus her entire run of stories. And I'm like, well, I can save all that money and just read these. One of the few ones that I'm like, I think I might enjoy reading these. They, I think, have ties to Marvel Comics because they're always promoting Marvel Comics on the back. Now, this set, this is a 1 through 14 volume 2 that I'm looking at right now. I just like that artwork, you know. I think she's wearing a cross here. I think this is Divinity. So they're messing around with angels, kind of like in that Ariella Warrior Nun world. She kind of fits. So yeah, I was real close to pulling the trigger on these, and then I did a little bit more. There she is, Divinity. These are only like $2 issues, so it's not really anything of huge value. But let me show you the other reason why. Check out that foil cover. Look at that artwork. She is battling somebody who looks like a vampire. Wings and claws. Here's some wizard editions right here. And check this out. Kathy Christian signed Evangeline. Another reason why I kind of want to keep this collection. That is, I don't know if that's the model. So the original model, yeah, I think that's the original model. This is the lady who has signed. Yeah. This is the woman who has signed the autograph. So yeah, I think I'm going to make a little room for Evangeline. This is 6, so I'm trying to, I'm putting them in order, right? Volume 1, Volume 2s, their little runs, powers, Armageddon, stuff like that. And I'm also taking off all the tape, so I'm re-bagging and boarding them if they have tape. And it came with a little card. That's pretty cool. That's the only card I've seen so far. And then a Lightning Nude edition. So this is probably like a $20 comic. It's even numbered right there. Only 1,200 copies of this, $255. It's still sealed. This is a nude variant of Helena. This is like a $16 comic book. This is like a nude Helena. This is, again, like, these are all worth like $15 to $20 a piece. There she is kissing Santa Claus, and there she is poking people's eyes out to death. And then more. He just like went all full tilt nude variants on Helena, which is going to be probably worth a lot of money. Helena Catfight nude. They're both nude there. Helena Double Impact, again, nude cover. This is one I can show you. She's actually clothed there. Another nude variant for Helena. Now, what I can show you, and what's really cool about these nude variants, they were smart enough to come with a COA 1268 out of 1500, only 2,000 printed, 326. This one had an 8,000 run, 7951 out of 8,000, 823 out of 6,000. Nude A edition, 715 out of 12, 7267 out of 8,500, 1958 out of 7,000. Now, of course, if these numbers were like a number 1 out of 1,000 or 1,000 out of 1,000, I think you could ask for a little bit more, but random numbers aren't going to. So this whole lot I'm putting up for $150, 10 issues. All right, let's talk Chaos Comics. They're really starting to win me over with their artwork, their stories. And this is a July of 99, 1 of 4, 2 of 4, 3 of 4, and a 4 of 4. And then we have a foil cover with a signature. And then we have Chaos Comics. And let's see. So October 1st, 1998. This is their first, I guess, their first printing, first run of Purgatory. Born a human slave named Sakara, Purgatory became an avenging vampire consumed by a quest for power because the blood of fallen angels flows in her veins. She is the only one of her kind, unique in all her cosmos in origin, anger, and uncompromising hunger. Right up my alley. So there's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I don't know if that's a 7. See, it says blood finale, 1 lives, 1 dies. Yep. And then there's some just various issues here. Purgatory 1 of 2. This is a number 2 of a certain run. Purgatory Dracula Gambit number 1. And here are the 2 foil covers. So, yeah, I think Chaos Comics is going to probably get a stay in my collection for right now. So, when it comes to the 90s, remember this one thing. Spawn is king. So, we have a small hit here with Battle Chasers. I noticed on Amazon that this was, like, priced ridiculous, obvious, for this cover. So, in this condition, and typically her tattoo, if it was in gold foil, which you can see if it was like that, this would be a $120 issue. In this condition, it's about $50. We got, I think this is the original run. Dirty Pair 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, speaking of manga, guys, 1995 Ghost in the Shell. I have the complete run 1 through 8. Graded, they have them listed at $1,200. A graded 9.8 sells for about $375. These probably could possibly get a 9.8. They've just been sitting in storage for decades. These weren't on the list. And I'm starting to find out there's some comic books that weren't on the list, but were part of the deal. So
Ungraded, I could probably ask $200 to $300.
So the question is, how did we do? And
I can't
is
wait
she
for
mad?
this. I can't wait for this Josh math.
Will she be mad at me, or will she let me do this again in the future? Will she have more confidence in me in the future?
Oh, I'm being tested.
We'll find out. All right, guys. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching this experiment.
Yes. We will see you guys next week, as we always do, every Friday night. And so,
Please like, comment, share, subscribe if you haven't already.
we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.